On this next one, we get the ability to scroll in any direction that we like. All you have to do is hit Control and Shift. So I'm going to teach you this one, and then I also want to look at a very secret and almost puzzling way of looking at the program that I just fumbled into one day, have never learned it from anybody, and so I'm happy to share with you today. So let's look at Scroll Tool. You can see the emblem here. This is what it looks like. So in real time, if I hit Control and Shift, we can actually navigate the workspace by hitting Control, Shift, and then dragging all across the GUI. It could be left, right, up, or down. You can see that my zoom level has reached its limit. In other words, there's nowhere else to go. I can't move vertically, I can't move horizontally. But if I am somewhere in the zooming trenches and I hold Control and Shift, I can move ever so slightly to the left or right simply by navigating with this specific tool. This very much reminds me of Melodyne's workflow if you've ever worked with that program, but it is actually very nice. I will give you a quick disclaimer. It's very sensitive, so go ahead and play with this and see how it works for you. I really like it. I just feel like it moves very fast. It's almost like the Tesla of zooming, if you will. All right, let me show you one more trick, which I find to be pretty amazing. Again, something that I landed on one day. If you hold Control and Shift and you scroll appropriately, you can actually both simultaneously vertically and horizontally zoom Logic. Let me show you what I mean. In most cases, we know that the two-finger gesture allows us to move vertically. If we move left and right, that allows us to move horizontally. But we can't really do both at the same time. If I hold Option, I can compress or expand vertically or horizontally. But again, those are still subject to one dimension, if you will. If I hold Control and Option, this allows me the opportunity to be able to zoom in both vertically and horizontally. This is only important because you're going to be spending a lot of time navigating, whether it's using navigation snapshots, whether it's clicking on a track and hitting Control Z to zoom in on that specific track. You can see how track 13 has been enlarged. The focus is on that track. I'll hit Control Z again. We can zoom to selection. So if I click on this region and it's in key focus and I hit Z, I'm zooming to that specific selection. That also applies to things like marquee selections. I'll hit Z and now I'm focused around that selection. You will need to learn navigation, probably the most important thing if you're a beginner, and just a critical thing overall to really start implementing. If you've been doing this for a long time, I'm telling you this is going to be the best thing that you've ever done for your Logic Pro career. So go ahead and play with both of these. Again, if I hit Control and Option and I start to navigate, I am now navigating vertically and horizontally. And now if you want to zoom back, of course, we could use all of the great tools that Logic has for us up here in terms of scrolling and resizing the GUI. But one of the easiest ways of getting back is just hitting the background of the workspace, clicking one time over, and then hitting Z, and then now you're back to square one. Okay, team, go ahead and have fun with this, and I'll catch you on the next one.